say thank you to everyone for engaging in a really frank, open, and candid conversation in every plenary and every single concurrent. It felt like the conversation could have gone on for another 2 hours, but we were ripping people out of their chairs at the end of a lot of mostly concurrence as well. And I think that says a lot about the people that came and your devotion to the things that you're interested in, and also in constantly learning from one another and engaging in conversation. I think that's really great. And I'm moved by the fact that there are so many, the faculty at Duke that were here for the entire conference. I think that, or even for some of it, I'm really just blown away by how much time people, and our faculty obviously that led all of the planning. And so I'm really moved by just how, obviously all of you a lot of people are academics, and how much you care about your students and your issues. It's clear in the way that you talk about it, and it's the same way that our professors care about us. And I think, last night when we were talking at the town hall about, what can faculty do, that was the question that was raised. I think you're doing it by being a part of this conversation and being supportive of students who want to lead crazy conferences that are very large and kind of a dream, and making dreams like that. Anna and I, this is our 1L dream. You've made our dreams come true, and I think that's how you combat the negative kind of campus atmospheres that we have. And so I know that you guys being here and being such great, from my interactions with you, all really wonderful people, I'm sure that you're going to take that home, and I'm really touched by that. That's something that I can take away from this conference. So thank you all for being here, and thank you for being open and honest and willing to be vulnerable and talking about what moves you with other people. So.
All right, it's the end of a long 2 days, so I'm going to do 3 things. First, we're going to ask the students who organized this conference to stand up. So Anna and Christine, and of course all of you, Seth, please stand up, and Ernest. So these folks devoted hours, and a lot of hours. They did I'm sure that you saw. They were pains. So these two came into our office. They were 1L year and said, we'd like to do a conference. We sent them away. And they kept coming back, and they kept coming back until what you see before you. And they organized it. They put it together. They were absolutely amazing. And I will miss you when you graduate, although I won't miss you walking into my office every single day, but I will miss you.
Come to your office every day.
Okay, every other day. We will miss you all. You guys have been amazing, and you are an inspiration to all of us. And your work, I hope that you're proud of what you've done. So thank you, publicly thank you. Can I also thank my collaborators, Professor Jones and Professor Anawachi-Willig. I often... So everybody knows that this conference would not have happened until Trina and Angela took over. And the truth is, they took over. It was a good thing, and they made it happen. Weekly meetings, emails, etc. They are responsible for what you've seen. They were great and amazing people to work with. I am privileged to be on this faculty with Professor Jones. So I can't say enough about what they did. And honestly, this is not humble in any way, because I am not a humble person. And I will tell you that myself. I'll tell you both strengths and weaknesses. This would not happen were not for them, and they are responsible for the bulk of what you see along with the students. And I think we ought to recognize them and give them some credit for it. Okay, where is Stephanie Loud? Stephanie Loud. So, of course, you all have interacted with Stephanie. There's nothing else to be said, other than the fact that, wow, Lord have mercy. Let me just say 2 things about Stephanie. Hopefully I will embarrass her. So Stephanie is an opera singer, and Stephanie is a boxer. That's all I gotta say. I always stay away from the right hook. especially when I'm asking for something difficult. Dance around, bob and weave. So she has an amazing talent and is an amazing person, obviously, organizationally, planning-wise, but even beyond that. And of course, she cares also about these types of issues. It's kind of amazing to see somebody who's working on this stuff who's also doing it from a place of love. So we got so much, and Stephanie's just representative of the great people that we have here at Duke. We got so much support from Stephanie, so she deserves, obviously, a ton of the credit, but you all could see that as well. Okay, so finally, the last thing that I want to say. So I have been wanting to stop doing race work ever since I started. So after college, I said, no more, I will not do race stuff. After law school, I said, no more, I will not do race stuff. When I came into the academia, I wrote only about election law for a while and said, no more race stuff, and eventually kept taking me back. And even with this conference, the course of this conference, it made me think, it would be really interesting to do some more race stuff. You all have been so inspiring, and I have learned so much being a part of this community. So I want to leave you all with this. Clearly, there's a lot of work for us to do, but I think we want to think about collectively, what are the questions that we want to address? What are the lessons that we need to learn? And what ways can we be in conversation with each other to spur one another on, to push one another's work, to expand the scope of our community, and to continue to do the work that matters in the lives of folks? Kim Crenshaw's, what she did last night in terms of the slides and the work all nearly brought me to tears, because it's very clear that there are hurting people in this community, and community broadly defined, not just by race, not just by gender, not just by ethnic identity, not just by sexual orientation, but in our human community. And law matters, and the type of work that we do as law professors matter as well. And the question that we have to ask ourselves, what are the central questions that we are addressing? How can we think through these problems collectively? How can we spur each other on? And how can we continue to do the work that will, in fact, heal the planet? So thank you for these last 2 days. You have given me, at least, I hope we've given one another the courage, the strength to continue to do the work that we all are doing, the work that matters, the work that will change each other's lives. Okay, you are now, Brian, you are dismissed. All right, thank you.